Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Margaret Phillip, is suing the defendant, Kehinde, for the sum of 700,000 naira, being the sum of rent and cost of furnishing the apartment.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Philip Margaret and Kehinde Afolabi. Parties sworn on oath.
Thank you, Akin.
You're welcome.
Philip Margaret agrees.
Yes, my honor.
You are the plaintiff and you've brought Kehinde Afolabi to
Yes,
this
my
court.
honor.
So explain to me why you have brought him to court.
Okay, good day, ma. All protocols duly observed. My name is Philip Margaret and I'm a fashion designer. I'm actually based in Cross River State, but I decided to come relocate to Lagos because I have bigger clients and better clients in Lagos. And to this regards, I was with my friend. She was the person I actually squatted with for like 3 days, and then I pleaded with her to introduce me to someone since I don't know my way in Lagos. She had to introduce me to Mr. Ken to help me look for an apartment. I was actually to go for a 2-room self-contained, actually, so that I could actually use it for my working space as well as my living apartment. So we got to meet him. He took us to one place at Surulere, Lawson Street to be precise. He showed me this apartment and it was very nice. In excitement, I had my monies, which I had saved from my fashion business. I gave him the sum of 400,000. As he said, I have evidence of it actually. And then before I left Lagos,
You gave him cash?
Yes, cash. And he gave me receipts for it as evidence of payment. Before I left Lagos, like some days back, that was on the 16th, I called him again. I was like, since I'm not going to be around, please, can you help me furnish this apartment? So when I go back, I should prepare myself and then finally relocate to Lagos, bringing my sewing machines and everything. He was like, okay. And to this regard, he also signed an agreement because I needed evidence that you've got cash from me and I needed something to show for it. We agreed. I have the evidence too. And then I went back to Cross River State. 2 weeks later, I tried reaching him. I was like, please, are you done with this? So should I start getting ready to come back to Lagos? To no avail, he was just turning me around. Most times, I'll go call him, he wouldn't take up. I was like, okay, please, I had to sell my phone. You can't reach me. I added monies to the money I actually gave you from what I recovered from the phone. So please, I'll be the one reaching you. Just tell me, have you gotten it ready? Is the apartment ready? He would just be turning me around, giving me 150 excuse. And to this regard, it was not like, okay, there was actually a change of plan. I didn't really get what you wanted. I was like, what? Okay, let me see pictures of what you did. Only for me to be shocked at what he sent to me. He sent me rubbish house.
Sent to what?
Rubbish houses, like...
Not the one he took you to?
Yes. In that annoyance, I had to pay my way back to Lagos. Reaching Lagos, I went to the apartment without even telling him I was going there because when he was sending the apartment, I was like, where is this art? He told me the place. I went, only for me to see the place was just looking so unkept. I only wanted a better life for myself and my baby. But I now asked him to refund my monies to me. He has been going around the bush. He doesn't even want to tell me what he did with my monies because right now there's somebody even staying in the apartment. He actually showed me. Please, and that's why I had to report to this Honorable Court of Justice. So please, help me beg him to refund my monies. I don't want his house anymore. Let him refund my monies. That's just all I want.
So, what happened?
Yeah, thank you very much, Your Honor. My name is Kehinde Afolabi, and what happened was that sometime last year, I was approached by my very good friend, Joy. So she came together with Miss Phillips here, which is Margaret Phillips, to seek for an accommodation. Though,
What do you do for a living?
yes, I'm into V2U business.
Pardon?
V2U business. So,
Did you say?
V2U.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
big to you?
Yeah, it's on online sales of data. I sell online data like recharge card, and I subscribe agent for DSTV, GoTV, and StarTime.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you are not an estate agent.
no, I'm not. So it's just like I do it like I do help people out, and it has been
Yeah,
successful.
you don't collect commission on it.
No, I don't. I'll just do it for the landlords, and they're going to be the one to pick up the agency and the commission. I just do it for, like, to help out.
Okay.
So on that fateful day, she came with my friend came with her, and so we went there. I took her to this property. She saw it, and she loved it at once. So she was excited. She said she will pay. She wants to pay at once. Like, okay, I said, but it's not ready. Like, you should just hold on. She said, no, like, she wants to pay down. I said, no problem. So
She
after
said
that,
no problem, she could pay.
yeah, I said no problem. That she should just pay. So after the payment, after some days, she said she's going back to Cross River, where her business
How
resides.
much did she pay you? How much did you collect from her?
Yeah, she gave me 400,000. Then
And you issued a receipt for her.
yes, I gave her the receipt. That then on the 16th, so when she was leaving, she now said I should help her out with the to furnish the house. She gave me extra 300.
300,000 naira.
Yes,
So all in all, she handed over 700,000 naira to you.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, after when I went back to the property, I went to meet the landlord. The landlord was telling me that like people have already paid down and everything. I'm like, but you didn't tell me all this from the onset.
When did you discover that? How long after you collected the money from her?
Yeah, it was just right after she made the
day.
payment of the second payment.
The 300,000?
Yes, the second payment. That's 3 days later.
Okay. So within the same week?
Yeah, almost. Yeah. So at the end of the day, so I was not trying to get in touch with her to explain. Her phone was not connecting, though I don't really know the reason why.
And did you tell the person that introduced her to you?
Yeah, I did.
And she too could not reach her?
No. I don't know what happened between that.
Did you relate to Joy?
No.
Joy is the person that made the two of you to meet each other.
Of course.
Did you relate to Joy?
Yeah, because Joy wasn't even around as at that time. She wasn't around. So
She's on phone. You can reach her on phone.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, my mind was not even at peace. Because I was like, I don't want any trouble. Let me look for a solution. So immediately
It's
I went
when
to
you were looking for solution, that's the time your mind will be averted to the fact that there is a go-between. There's somebody that links you. That will be the first person your mind will go to.
Exactly.
Because when you are trying to reach her and you can't reach her, the next thing is to think about Joy. Joy,
Exactly.
this is the challenge I have.
Exactly.
This lady left Lagos with the impression she already has an accommodation.
Exactly.
But this is the new position.
Yes.
And I need to get across to her. And either refund her money or agree on the next step to take with regards to the money with you. Because she could say, hold on with the money. I'm coming back to Lagos. We can use it for another apartment. Or she could say, transfer the money to my account. When we get another apartment, I'll pay. So did you give her the choice, opportunity to make a choice? No. Because you could not reach her.
No.
And you had that money with you. You could not reach her. And you didn't bother to even tell Joy.
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't tell Joy. Okay, so I'm listening.
Yes, sir. So at the end of the day, I now decided, okay, let me just to see what I can do to it. I now have to look for another accommodation for her, another apartment, which I got.
You didn't carry her along before you got another. Did she tell you she wants another place?
No, she did not. But I just want to make her.
And you don't think she has the right to know?
No, that was.
So she gave you power of attorney to spend that money anyhow.
No, Your Honor,
whatever manner you like.
That was where the mistake comes in from my part.
Okay, I'm listening.
Because I made that Terrible mistake.
Fatal mistake.
Very, 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 very terrible. So
Because with that mistake, it will be taken that you've defrauded her if you don't return the money to her. And that takes this case outside the civil matter and automatically take it to the criminal. So go ahead.
So at the end of the day, I got the apartment for her, which of course at the end of the day, the apartment, I got it for her. And
That was not for her because she didn't send you on that errand.
Exactly.
You went on a wild goose chase. That has no business to do with her. So
exactly.
That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, which of course I did, and at the end of the day, I finally got through to her, which I sent her the picture of the furnished apartment.
And she didn't like the place, like she just said.
Yes, and at first she said, okay, let's just see, but she said she would let me know once she's in Lagos. I sent her the address and then I sent her the furnished apartment. But
there was no consensus on it because she already narrated that eventually she went to look at the place.
Exactly.
And she didn't like it. The first one that she had the opportunity to go and look at, that she gave you the money.
Exactly.
For, you both went there. She confirmed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she gave you she handed over the money to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
So at the end of the day, since she decided, she went there and she now called me. Like she didn't like the place and everything, that she wants a refund and everything. So what I did was...
She requested for refund?
Yes.
So you've paid her money?
No, because I have already paid for another apartment.
You, for your own personal use?
No.
No, it's funny to you.
No,
I hope you laugh like this and you end up in jail laughing your way to
that's what I'm saying,
because it looks like a joke to you.
When I showed her the apartment, hoping that she would be contented with it, and she wasn't. So I have to look for a solution to get the money back from the landlord, which is not possible. So what I did was I just looked for a way to rent that place out to get a refund from maybe another tenant. So that was exactly what I did, because the second apartment, according to the agreement from the onset, I have to furnish everything. Then when I decided to rent it out, it was with furnished apartments. So at the end of the day,
which apartment is
the second one?
So
I sent to her.
You paid for the rent and you
furnished it. Yes. Then I have to
apartment that she has not agreed that you should go ahead and pay for.
Exactly.
So you paid and you decide to furnish.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's not stupid to you.
Order.
That sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah.
You're saying exactly.
That was a mistake I made. Because it was a terrible mistake. So at the end of the day, when I did that, then I rent it out and I collected, because I have to negotiate it. At the end of the day, I got 500,000 naira back.
Okay, so you've given her 500,000 naira now?
No, not yet.
Okay. So what happened to the 500,000?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain, Your Honor.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when I decided to now put the money, that was when I was trying to get in touch with her. Now. So I was hoping that she would say...
Wait. Take it all over again.
That was when I was...
Wait. I'll take you back a bit.
Okay.
You got another apartment.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were able to get 500,000 naira on that.
Yes, Your Honor.
But before you got that 500,000 naira, in between, you were able to reach out to her and she told you she didn't like that place.
No, she has already seen it before she was actually telling me that one. She has seen the apartment. I mean, she has seen the compound already.
And she didn't like it?
Yes.
It's the same thing we're talking about. Because after that first one, you went ahead and paid for the second apartment without carrying her along. But thereafter, she came over and she confirmed to you that she didn't like the place.
Which I paid already.
Yes.
And I'm yet to get the refund as at this period.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
You are yet to do what?
I'm yet to get the refund as at this period. She said no.
Business. She handed over money to you. You've not given her an apartment.
Yes.
That she likes, that
yes,
she desires.
Yes, Your Honor.
And at the same time, you've not refunded that money to her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you've committed a crime. Because you've used that money, you've converted it into personal use, as far as I'm concerned. So, no long story. And you tell me how you want to pay her money. She doesn't reside in Lagos.
Exactly.
So, issue of I'll be giving you 10,000, 20,000 every month. The main reason why she gave that money to you is because she wants to leave one state and move to another state. It's not like she's living in Lagos already.
Not at all.
So she needs the money to get an apartment
Exactly.
in Lagos. This somebody crying. You have no sympathy for her.
Order.
All you could get is just laugh at the way she was crying, the pain you have incurred on her. You have no empathy. That's cruel and very wicked of you. So how do you pay her money?
Hopefully by this year, November.
What?
Something happened. So
I don't care. You look.
There is something.
I don't care what happened. You took her money.
Order.
Look at me. You took her money. Look at her. For you to open your mouth and tell her in the open court that you will pay her in November. This is January.
Yes, because what happened?
You said you have 500.
That's what I'm saying.
You leased
Something
the
happened
place.
between-
Okay, there was just shortage of 200,000 naira.
Something happened between that part. That's what I'm trying to explain.
What happened? Regardless of whatever happened, the bottom line is you are owing her.
Yes.
And you are paying her.
Of course.
And you pay her on time.
What happened was that when I got the money and it was sent to my bank.
I saw the rubbish you wrote there. Did you make report at the police station? I saw your statement. Cybercrime. Criminals, they remove the money from your account.
Yes, of course.
You are a criminal too. You don't know you are a criminal. You don't know. You don't know that it's very easy to call you a criminal with what you have done to her.
Well,
You don't know. I don't have sympathy for that. Let me just tell you the bottom line. Did you make a police report on that?
which is on the bank.
The bank, yes, the cybercrime.
Yes, I did.
You'd make a police report. Let me
did.
have it.
No, it's not here with me.
How will it be here? I don't expect you to have it here.
Of course, I can.
Ah, you can't. You didn't submit it. You didn't prove. You who alleges must prove. You heard when she kept saying, "I have it here." All the receipt, I have it here. Everything you bought, I have it here. When do you want to pay?
As things stands right now,
the defendant has been evasive and unwilling to make commitment to refund the rent. Judge Fumi's patience is running out, but she gave both parties last opportunity to reach amicable settlement. Now they are back.
Kehinde, I learned you requested to come back to the courtroom, that
Yes,
you have
Your
an offer. So,
yes, Your Honor.
what offer do you have for her now?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much for giving me this second chance to be able to redeem my image. And I want to use this opportunity to apologize to this court and to you, my honorable, for the gestures I portrayed earlier. And I want to use this medium to apologize to Miss Margaret for mocking her and making jest of her. Even what I know that I inflicted pains on her, which I apologize from the bottom of my heart. And I would like to use this opportunity to come up with a plan of which by this week that we are entering, I should be able to raise 200,000, which of course I will make available by next week, either to you or to the court. I don't know, either to her or to the court. I don't know how the payment will go. Then subsequently, I should be able to raise 100,000 and then 50 till it will complete the whole payment of 700,000.
Let me first take it from your first address to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to be very honest with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you first appeared before me,
yes, Your Honor.
I was really pissed off.
My apology.
Because I was like, how can a young man have this kind of attitude towards life?
Yes, Your Honor.
But from what you have just said to the court,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm glad that you're able to retreat your step.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I want to believe that maybe one should never judge the book from the cover.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because at times, some people just need somebody to prompt them,
Yes,
to
Your
set them on the right path.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
in a way, I'm glad I was able to do that in you, and I believe you won't have that kind of attitude towards life again.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
That's just it, all right? So I won't overflog the issue.
Thank you.
You just heard his proposal. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, ma. The thing is, my house rent presently is actually exhausted, and I'm actually homeless. So I don't know how fast this could be.
That's what you just said. Let me explain to you. Yes, I'm not condoning whatever he has done. But when I see people who are genuinely remorseful, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I tend to flow with them. I believe he's genuinely remorseful. Your rent normally, what you assigned for rent is 400,000 naira.
Yes, my honey.
And now he's talking about giving you 200,000 naira next week.
Yes, my honey.
And 3 weeks' time, another 100,000 naira. Then 4 weeks' time, 50. By the following week, at least another 50 or 100. Do you understand? So within a month, you are going to have minimum of 400,000 naira from what he has proposed. I know you said you are homeless.
Yes, ma'am.
Right now. Where are you staying?
I'm actually squatting with my friend.
With your friend?
Yes. I just came in yesterday because I needed to honor
Okay, you just came in yesterday.
Yes. And it's actually very risky going through the road.
Going to Cross River up and down. It's even expensive too.
Yes, Your Honor.
So start looking for your apartments. If you get the apartments, and if at that time all it could drop is 200, the court will advance 200,000 naira to you, so that you have that 400,000 naira that is meant for the rent on you, for you to get the rent. It's like in a month's time, you'll have at least 400 from him too. Why are you looking for a house? For all you know, you might not really need the 200, but just be assured that that 200 is there to cushion the effects with his own 200 for you to get an
Thank you very
accommodation.
much.
So that is it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All the best, Ken.
Thank you very much.
And all the best.
God bless.
Thank you.
After the break, Judge Fumi wraps this matter.
My judgment in this case is that the defendant is to pay the plaintiff the sum of 700,000 naira. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.